Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're well. I'll just wait for a few of you to come on, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. Hopefully there'll be some of you watching out there today, keeping safe from the wind and the rain. And excuse the cat, she's just having a little bit of a hyperactive moment. Let me know. Say hello. Is there anybody out there? Let's have a look. Hello, Paul. How are you, my darling? Hope you're well. Hope you and Luke are both well. It's been a while since I've seen you on. Hope everything's okay. How's mum-in-law doing? Hi, Lisa. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're all keeping nice and warm and dry in this horrible weather. I'll just wait for a few people to come on. I think things are a bit slow this morning, this afternoon. Glad to hear that you're good. Oh, do you know, I've forgotten what I'm doing today. I've been virtually Christmas shopping online, and I think it's fried my brain. It's too early for Christmas shopping, that is. Not too bad, thank you. Had a few problems. Mother-in-law's and a lot. Oh, bless her. We'll send lots of love and healing to her, darling. Hope she feels better soon. What am I doing? What am I trying to do? I have no idea. Do you know what? I was going to try and share the live. That's what I was going to do. See? Brain fog. Don't you just love it? You're welcome, my lovely. Okay, let's go to the page. Right, today, I know it says colour readings, but because I've got a bit of brain fog going on, I'm going to read some oracle cards, and I'm going to read... No, it's not that one. I'm going to read oracle cards that I've not read before. So this should be interesting. There we go. There's my page. Hi, Majestic. Hi, Pamela. Hope you're both well. I'm just waiting for a few more of you to come on, and then I'll crack on with some readings. Yeah. There we go. No, or is that the right one? Yes, it is. Let's send. I'm going to have to get better at multitasking, aren't I, guys? I'm doing well, thank you, my darling. I'm doing well. Will be when I can get my techno mind on. Oops. Share to group. Right, and post. Right, that's technical stuff done. I started doing wax art. Wow, I like wax art. It's amazing, especially if you do it and set the intention so you get all sorts come out. All right, so let's do a few readings, shall we? So today I'm using my Soul Spirit cards, and these are Angels and Earth Angels of the Universe by Wendy Thrippleton. I had these given to me. I've never used them, so I thought we'd give them a try today. So if we start from the top, see who was on. And Paul and Luke, you were the first on, so let's pull you both a card. I'll pull Paul one first. I'm assuming that you're both together. Let's have a look. Card for Paul first, please. Card for first, please. Let's have a look. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. How's that for an uplifting card for you, my darling? Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so it says love is in your heart and soul. Enough said about that. I already know you've got big heart, Paul, and you'll do anything for anybody. And yeah, I just feel like there's so much love to give, but I do feel like sometimes there is such a thing as giving too much. You've got to remember that you've got to keep some back for yourself, and you've got to protect your energies, and I feel like there's a sense of drain with you, like a physical weariness, not necessarily tired, but just weary of having to what's the word I'm looking for? Having to adapt to everything and change everything and work around things and find creative ways of managing your time, so to speak. And I do feel that this has worn down on you mentally and physically and spiritually as well. I feel really empty at the moment. And I do feel that you're kind of worried about it yourself now because it's bringing you down a little bit. And I know you've already been down and you don't want to go back down that road again. But if you take a deep breath, at the bottom it says peace will be with you at all times. So as long as you balance it out and stop trying to do everything and stop trying to not please everybody, but trying to do everything for everybody else and concentrate on yourself for a little bit. It's not being selfish. You need time for you as well. You can't help anybody else if you're knocked off your feet. So I want to say, take that break, take a step back, and oh, what's happened here? I've lost you. Oh, there we go. Deflated, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Yeah, I do feel quite deflated, and you need to take time out to build your energy up. All right, my darling. You've got the green there, so you've got the love and support from spirit as well as from people on earth. But the green is also the heart chakra, so I do feel this is pulling on your heart as well. Obviously, I know you've got troubles with your mother-in-law and her health not being so good. But I do feel because of the weariness, there's tension between you and Luke as well, a little bit. Not necessarily major tension, but because you're both feeling deflated and tired and weary and trying to maneuver things around what's going on at the moment, you're kind of getting a little bit short and a little bit snappy with each other. Would that make sense? But you've got the purple there, so as long as you both take time out and just do something and just forget, even if it's for a day or two, go out for lunch, go for a walk, whatever it is just spend some time together without the rigmarole of the daily grind, if that makes sense. All right, my darling, and it'll bring things back into balance for you. I hope that helps. Luke, I'll pull one for Luke as well. Oh, put one back in. Card for Luke. Okay, let's have a look. Now, I know you're all probably thinking because they're together, it'll probably say the same thing, but you'll be surprised how different two readings of a couple can be, especially when they're so close-knit. So let's see, Luke. 1, 2, 3. There's something on your mind, Luke, that you're not talking about. There's things that need to be said. Awaken sacred truths. Now, I do feel this is more of a spiritual than it is a physical. So I do sense that there is a change on your spiritual pathway. I feel like that you want to work one way, but you're being pushed and guided by spirit to work another way. So what I want to say is go with the flow, see what spirit want you to do, follow that pathway, and then see if it fits. And if it's different to the way other people want to go, that's absolutely fine. I work with my mum, and me and my mum both work in different ways, but when we collaborate, it seems to work. So just because you're working in a different way to somebody else, it doesn't mean it's not going to work. You don't know till you try it, okay? But this is all about going up on a higher vibration as well. I feel like you're stepping up a ladder and you're progressing. I know you both do mediumship, but I feel like you're progressing a little bit ahead of Paul, if that makes sense, which is absolutely fine. We all progress in different ways and we all progress at different speeds. It doesn't mean that you're going to overtake or one's better than the other or one's worse than the other. It just means that you're both going to be working in different ways at different levels. But when you come together, you should complement each other, okay? So don't be scared of changing it up, mixing it up, or trying different methods. Okay, my darling, I hope that makes sense for you. You've got the greens and the blues. So again, this is all about communication. It's about spiritual communication. So I do feel that with your spiritual communication, it's going to be more enhanced, whereas I feel Paul is more of a seer and a feeler. You're more of a hearer and a sense of knowing. I hope that makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because the blues in the card, and the blues in the card for me, it's all about communication for that. I also see a lot of turquoise in the cards. So again, it's about finding a balance. It's about trusting your instincts, trusting spirit, and trusting that when you come together, it's all going to be complementary rather than conflicting. And I feel with you, Luke, you're worried about it conflicting. Please don't worry. I bring good energy, which will be a higher vibration. So it's meant to be. Yeah. All right. So I hope that helps. So enhance what it is that spirit are guiding you to do. Work on your hearing, spirit, and your communication with spirit, and trust that they know what they're doing. All right, my darling. I hope that helps for you. Lisa, let me know if you're still here, my darling, and I'll pull a card for you. Hello to everybody that's just joined. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Victoria. Hi, anybody that I've missed. I hope you're well. Hi, Pamela. Let's see, Lisa, are you still here? Watching from YouTube? Just waiting for Lisa to get. Yeah, she's there. You go. Hello, my darling. Let's see what your soul spirit has got for you today. Oh, cheeky flyer. Right, there's a lot of changes coming in for you, Lisa, at the moment. If they're not already starting to happen, they will start to happen very soon. You've got this card. Look at that. And it's full of rainbows. And rainbows for me is a promise. It's a promise that everything is going to be okay. So I do feel that the changes that are coming in are going to be life changes, such as I want to say maybe a move that's on the way, a move of career, and a physical move of a house, because I'm hearing door keys. So let me know if that makes sense, my lovely. And I've just been given studying as well, so I do feel that it's either a promotion or a change of career or something to do with bettering yourself, but you'll have to do a little bit of study and research. And I do feel that when it comes to things like physical earthly changes, there is a slight hesitancy and a slight anxiety with yourself. That makes sense. So I'm glad you can understand that, my darling. But what I want to say is don't be scared, don't be anxious, and don't fear the changes, because all the changes that are coming in are going to be for the betterment of yourself, for your confidence, for your development, both spiritually and personally and professionally as well. So don't let anybody knock you down. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because you can do it. You've just got to have the confidence and believe in yourself. All right, my lovely. I do feel that there's a lot of emotions around this as well at the moment. I do feel you find changes quite overwhelming, and I say that because if you look at the ball, it's quite fluid, it's quite liquidy, and it's quite watery, and there's puddles. What I see is puddles in the bottom there. But again, these puddles are full of rainbows. So again, you might get a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit emotional with these changes coming in. But I do feel that you're going to be okay. And I'm getting heart palpitations with that as I say that as well. So I do know that you suffer with anxiety, and you get sort of like mini panic attacks almost. Also true, especially the changes being overwhelming. Yeah, I absolutely feel that, because I'm getting heart palpitations, I'm feeling shaky. And I'm getting emotional, and it's not emotional because of the changes, it's emotional because of the overwhelming anxiety and the excuse me, frustrations. And it drains me. This is what they're putting on me. It drains you. It drains your energy. So as long as you make sure you do your research, don't be worried about stepping forward out of your comfort zone, because you are on the right pathway. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm absolutely feeling it. But you are on the right pathway, darling, okay? And believe in yourself, and believe that you can do it, because you are capable of doing it. Would you understand somebody that's got skin irritation? I don't want to go as bad as eczema, but it's really dry, irritable skin, but it's not as bad as eczema. It's almost like a urticaria, if that makes sense. So I want to say get some moisturizer on your arms, because I'm feeling like I've got really dry skin. And I also want to say check what you're eating in your diet. Maybe I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, so I'm not, trained to give any kind of dietary or anything advice, but I do know dairy is the main cause of some skin irritation. So if you're not quite sure what's causing it, take a look at your diet, maybe consult your GP or a dietitian or somebody that knows about food allergies. I don't feel it's an allergy as such, but I do feel that there's something in your diet that maybe you're having too much of that could do with cutting down, that might ease the problem. All right, my lovely. So again, the message is be confident, Don't fear any changes. You're on the right pathway, so keep doing what you're doing. All right, my darling? I hope that helps. Who was after Lisa? Ooh. And get some sleep, my lovely, because you're not sleeping very well. Because I feel absolutely drained, physically tired with yourself. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Okay, let's have Paul. We've done Lisa. Pamela. Pamela's next. Thank you for that confirmation, Lisa. Okay, Pamela. Let's have a look. Don't forget to keep commenting if you want a reading, guys and girls. You've got me for an hour. Card for Pamela, please. Oh, another cheeky flyer for Pamela. Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful card. You're interested. Okay, Spirit, you can take the tiredness off now. I don't need to be on a live constantly yawning. Pamela, you're another one that's not getting enough sleep. You've got a lot on your mind at the moment, my lovely, and I'm feeling this because I'm getting a headache straight across the front of my forehead. So that tells me I'm worrying about things. I've got a lot on my mind and it's causing me a lot of headaches. Not just worrying about it, but the actual things that you're worried about is causing you headaches. Let me know if that makes sense. Your card is this one. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. And it says much happiness awaits you. Now, you've got the candle in the middle that's burning bright. You've got the love of spirit. You've got the golds and you've got the silvers. So I do know that you're spiritually protected. And I do know that your spirit guides and your angels are watching over you. Now, when it says much happiness awaits you, you've got this in abundance coming in because of the golds and the way that it's wrapping around you. Okay, so all the negative energy from the past, all the negative, all the bad times that you've had to go through, they've now come to an end and the good stuff is coming in. Definitely no sleep and lots of problems to sort out. Yeah, but this is taking you away from your spiritual pathway. I feel like you're losing faith a little bit in what the universe has plans. Now, what I want to say to you is, even though you've got a lot of worries on your mind at the minute, make a list and prioritize them worries. Is it going to matter in a year, in a week, even in a day? Because if it's not going to affect the way things are, then you don't need to be worrying it. Okay, hand it up to the universe, let it go, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it if you have to, so you're physically letting it go, and that'll help you to psychologically let it go. I'm so sorry, they're making me yawn today. I don't know what's going on. I also feel like communication has been a big thing with you. You're not some of these worries can be shared or can be offloaded to other people. They are things that will be sorted soon. Daughter having an operation and I'm having one soon. So trying to get sorted for that. Right, okay. So that's, I mean, obviously that's, something that you can't forget about and something that, it worries everybody with operations. But I'm sure that you have nothing to worry about, both of you, and I'm sure that they will go well. I was just going to mention there's also something to do with the throat and something to do with communication, because I'm getting a really, really bad sore throat at the moment, and it's right in the deep of my tonsils as well. So if you get a pendulum and hold the pendulum over your throat, obviously make sure the pendulum wants to work with you first. I don't know if you've got one, but I'm pretty sure you know how to do this. So I kind of feel like I'm teaching a grandmother how to suck eggs. It takes your voice sometimes. Yeah, it does. I can feel it. And it's making me yawn as well. So what I want to say to you is get a pendulum. Make sure the pendulum works for you. Yeah. So you know how to use it to unblock your throat chakra. That's what you need to do. Get it unblocked and start speaking your truth, my darling, okay? But what I want to say is don't let all these worries steer you away from your spiritual pathway, because like I say, I do feel like there's a little bit of a loss of faith at the moment, and you're kind of questioning, why me? Why is it always me? It's not always you, my darling. Sometimes as well, we can take things from the negative things. The negative things come along to teach us lessons. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, it can be upsetting. Yes, it can be annoying, especially when they make everything happen all at once. It's physically and mentally exhausting trying to keep your head up. But we can all learn lessons even from the negative. We can all take positives even from the negative. Yes, you've been in development and felt I was progressing. You are progressing. I feel like you are progressing. But again, when your health is wasn't progressing, you are progressing, my darling. What I want to say to you is sometimes when it comes to our health, our physical earthly life has to take priority. Spirit will always be there. They are always there. Your angels are always there. Your spirit guides are always there, and they will always be there. But sometimes they need to not have you work and not have you learn and develop while you're going through your health issues. Okay, so what they're doing is, I know it feels like you're not progressing, but what I feel is that taking a step back to give you time to deal with what's going on, because right now you need to be in the present. Okay, you need to be in the present earthly life and deal with what's going on. Once you've recovered and once your daughter's recovered and things are back in balance again, then they will start giving you a nudge and saying, okay, yep, now we're ready to work with you again. All right. But they'll always be there ready in the background when you are. But right now they want to give you time to do what you need to do. All right, my darling. So stay focused. Do your meditations, keep that open connection going with spirit, because you can still meditate, you can still talk to them in meditation, but you know this, you don't need me to tell you this. All right, so feel the angels and guides around and find it so comforting, yeah. But the reason why you feel like you're not developing at the moment is because they're giving you time to do what you need to do in the present. All right, my darling, so I hope that helps and I hope that puts your mind at rest. Facebook user, I need your name. Dear me. It helps if I have your name so I can connect to your energy, my darling. Oh. Right, who is next? Let me have a look. Juliet. Juliet. Beautiful name. Hi, Jennifer. I think I said hello already to you, haven't I? So, Juliet. God for Juliet, please. Hope you're well. Oh, cheeky flyers again. Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. Juliet, you have this card from your soul spirit. Now, I see this two ways. First, I saw it as a butterfly, and then I saw it as a rainbow winged angel. Beautiful card. Look at the colours in that. Almost looks like peacock feathers as well. So I'm seeing lots of things in this card. Firstly, I want to say, my darling, that you've been asking about how to move forward with your personal development and your spiritual development. And I want to say there's more, again, it's going back to meditation. Now, meditation doesn't necessarily have to mean sitting there going on and chanting and all the rest of it. It can be just staring into a candle flame. It can be just relaxing in the bath. It could be listening to music, singing, colouring. Whatever you feel helps you to connect with spirit, or to be in the quiet, or to be in the power, or to be in the moment. Anything that you find helps you refocus your mind and takes you out of the earthly realm and raises your vibration to meet the spirit world. Okay. Again, with you, I'm getting a blocked. Ooh, take it off, please. It will behave today. Again, with you, I'm getting a clogged throat. So I do know that my throat chakra needs opening. And I do feel that in terms of knowing your way forward, again, it's spiritual communication. I want to say you need to talk to spirit more. You need to open that dialogue more. You need to get to know your spirit team more. Makes sense. My voice keeps cutting out. Yeah, it does. I don't know what spirit are doing with me today. Okay, so there's transformation coming in on a spiritual level, and the transformation will be to do with communication, because they're highlighting the blue for me as a way of communicating that to you. I'm also seeing yellow, so they want to bring the upliftment, and they're bringing in the oranges as well for the warmth and the passion. So what I want to say to you is, you know your way forward, you know what you're passionate about spiritually and professionally. So follow your heart, follow your gut, and do what you love best. Do what makes your soul sing, literally. The peach, you're surrounded by peaches, and that for me is unconditional love. It's soft, it's warm, it's nurturing. So I want to say, give yourself some self-love and give yourself some self-nurture. Now, I did say before that as well as the butterfly and the transformation and the changes coming in on a spiritual level, I did see an angel, rainbow angel wings. And again, this is a message from your angels to say that everything's going to be all right. And you, again, like with the last lady, you shouldn't fear the changes coming in. Go with it. Trust your instincts. Trust spirit that they know what they're doing, okay? Because they're pushing you in the right direction. But they are saying that you need to meditate more. And they want you to make a real connection and focus on your own pathway. Stop trying to, I'm not saying you're trying to emulate anyone or trying to copy anyone else, but I do feel that you are being easily influenced by the way other people work instead of finding your own true way of working, okay? And that's fine. You can learn from other people, but you have to work in a way that's true to yourself. Just because somebody else says it's wrong, it doesn't mean it is wrong. If it fits for you and it works for you, and it's getting the messages across in the right way, and you've got that evidence there, and you're very confident and clear on who your communicator is and how you put that across to people, then go with it, my darling, okay? Don't stand out from the crowd, okay? Because again, like I've just said, everybody works differently. The way I read this card can be read differently by 10 different people. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to get the same meaning. It's the same with animals and colours and numbers. Everybody says the numbers mean this or a certain number means that. If that doesn't fit with you, I work a lot with colours, but what one colour means to me would mean something completely different to somebody else. All right? So I know I'm preaching to the converted, but I do feel like this is a message that they want to put across. So focus on your own pathway, do what suits you, what works for you, and that will help you know your way forward. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Who's next? Jennifer, I think it was. Hi, Melly. Hope you're well. It's outside shit. Okay, let's have a look. Jennifer. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for the compliment. Oh, thank you, Sophie. That's a nice thing to say. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm glad it helped, Juliet. Okay, Jennifer, let me know you're here, my darling. Oh, Majestic Love, you are still here. I wasn't sure if you was here or not. Okay. Hi, my darling. Let's have a look at you. Don't forget to keep commenting if you want a card, lovelies. It'll save me scrolling. I've been lazy today. I don't want to go looking for people. Hi, Christine. How are you, my lovely? Let's have a look. Card for Jennifer, please. Card for Jennifer, please. Being slow. Jennifer, would you understand that things are going a bit slow for you at the moment? It's like I feel like I'm making plans and trying to do this and trying to do that, but every time I feel like I'm getting somewhere, things either get slowed down or they get delayed. I feel like there's been a lot of the world seems to be slowing down and getting a bit impatient for you at the moment. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Christine. Yeah, the sun's shining here as well. It's lovely, lovely warmth coming through the window. So nice when someone owns their own truth and allows others to enjoy being true to themselves also. Freedom through respect for others through self-respect. Exactly that, Sophie. Exactly that. Okay. Card for Jennifer, please. 2, 3. Oh, you're another one that's got to focus, Jenny. I know we've just had this one, but you saw me give them a good shuffle. They were slow in coming out for some reason. They didn't want to budge. But you've got this one. Again, you've got happiness coming in. You've got new positive energy coming in. I do feel like you've been asking the angels to be around you because, again, you've got the golds and the silvers surrounding the candle there. And again, I want to say to you, do what makes your soul happy. Do what makes your soul sing. I do feel that this slowness and progression, again, I feel like this is more a physical, earthly thing than it is a spiritual thing with you, whereas with the other person, it was a spiritual thing. With you, I feel more physical. And I say that because I feel like as the gold flame is wrapping around the silver, I feel like I need to tie it up. So I do feel there's a lot of loose ends that need tying up with you, Jennifer. If this was a number card, I'd put it at number 9. So I'd put it at where all the things that need tying up are about to be tied up and let go of, and new positive energies coming in. Okay, my darling. Silver, again, is for me is about representation of the angels. So again, I do feel that you've got angels around you, and I do feel that you've been asking the angels for help as well. And I want to say is I do feel that if you're not already working with the angels, that you should be working with the angels. Okay, I do know there's been I feel like you need some grounding as well. I want to get out in nature. I want to breathe in the fresh air. But I don't know where you live. I don't know if you live near the coast, but I also want to feel the sea, the waves rushing over my feet, and where that cold feeling where it hits your toes makes you take that big gasp of air in. And I just feel that that's what I need to do. I feel like I just need reviving, and I need refreshing. And I want to take you on holiday. Again, I don't know if you've got anything booked, but I want to take you on holiday. And I want to be by the sea, and I want to feel my sand. I want to feel the sand between my toes. Would you understand the name Sandy as well? Because when I said my sand, I was going to say my Sandy. So let me know if you understand the name Sandy. You would love to work with them, just need to learn how. Well, I know Joanne Lewis, that's a regular viewer on here. She works with angels. She might be able to help get you started. I've done a little bit work with the angels, but I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable as she is when it comes to. You don't know, Sandy. Just must have been a Freudian slip, not even an animal's name, maybe. Oh, now I'm getting the Grease song. Oh, Sandy, baby, can't you see I'm in misery? So would you understand the film Grease as well? Or a connection to the film Grease? I just got that song in my head when you said you didn't know Sandy. If not, don't worry about it. I'll park it. Um, it might be for somebody else. You'll have to think about it. Don't try and make it fit, darling. If you can't take it, you can't take it. It's fine. It'll be me. I don't try and make things fit. But yeah, if you want to learn to work with the angels, I know Matt and Kirsty Grogan do an angel course, MK Clairvoyance. They're very, very good. Kirsty does a lot of work with the angels, and I know she does angel courses. So if you want to go over to their page and have a look at their services, let them know that I sent you. I know Joanne works a lot with the angels, so she might be able to help get you or know how to get you started with that. I don't know if it works the same way in a circle. But yeah, definitely see working with angels. All right, my darling. But yeah, there's definitely happiness and changes coming in for you, and there's definitely an abundance of positive energy coming in to replace all the obstacles that you've had to cross so far. All right, so I hope that helps, my darling. Who was next? Victoria was next. Hi, Christine Agnello. Hope you're well. Just started a new job yesterday. There you go. There you go. So it's all good energies for you, my darling. Okay, you've got nothing to worry about. Let me just make sure you stay focused on your goals. Don't let anybody distract you. And I think that's why that song from Greece came in. I feel like there's if you're not in a relationship already, or even if you are, there's somebody turning your head at the moment and giving you a little bit of a distraction. Don't be distracted. All right. Oh, okay. That was the drop. Oh, dearie me. Right. Who are we next? Victoria. Oh, Right, Victoria, would you understand being impatient with things at the moment? Because these cards keep dropping out of my hand and not even giving me time to shuffle. So I do feel there's a little bit of a rush going on with you at the minute and a little bit of impatience going on. I feel like things aren't happening quick enough. I want them done yesterday, not tomorrow. I know Medium Sandy just took local spiritual church remembrance service on Sunday. And I thought about her yesterday. I wonder if she is also affected this year by the sense of loss of those who died in war and continue to. Quite possibly. We'll soon find out, Sophie, when I give you a card. If this name comes back into my head, we'll see, because it could have been for you, my darling. So Victoria, maybe you're a little bit impatient, or maybe you're impatient but don't want to admit it. Patient, you just want things done, right? But you need to stop, my darling. It says have the courage to tackle any situation. So whatever this situation is that you're being impatient about, you have the energy and the strength to deal with it. You've got all the purples and the reds in there, and the red is strength, the purple is for healing, and that looks like a little angel to me as well. You've got the angel wings, but I'm also seeing it as a fly, and I know flies can be very impatient. They're quick to move, especially when they don't want to get caught. But they bob around like nothing else matters. Like they've got nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. And I kind of feel like you're a bit of a busy bee at the moment, like you're rushing around from here, there, and everywhere, trying to get things done. But I feel like you start something and then you're in the middle of that, and then you start something else, forget about the original thing that you started from, and just things aren't getting finished. And maybe you're impatient. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Maybe you're impatient. We'll leave it at the maybe. But yeah, I do feel like that there's you've got too many things going on at the moment, and it's like you start one thing, you're not finishing something, and then you move on to something else, and then that doesn't get finished, and then you go back to the original one, and you're having to start again because of whatever reason. And I feel like there's somebody around you that you're either collaborating with, or it's a work member, or something. But I do feel like there's somebody in your ear trying to help you, but you're not listening. You're not listening to what they're saying. You're not listening to the advice that they're giving. But I do need to say to you that with this situation, you do need to tackle it head on, and you do need to kind of find a way to let yourself be heard. Again, this is a communication issue. I do feel there is a misunderstanding because all the purples are there, and that's for healing for me. So I do feel with communication there is some healing and some talking needed, to be able to sort this situation out and to bring things back into a harmonious sense of balance again. You don't know who it is. It could be anyone. It could be somebody at work. It could be a family member. It could just be a situation with a contract, or just something that you need to tackle, that you need to face head on, that's kind of causing issues where there shouldn't be issues, if that makes sense. That's the only way I can put it, really. Would you understand somebody around you that's been shown a little bit of envy or a little bit of jealousy, maybe, or coming across like they're a little bit jealous of the way they kind of want to be like you? Because I'm looking at the eyes of this card and this angel face, and the eyes are red, and red eyes for me is jealousy, or there's a sense of yeah, there's a sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, that makes sense. So I'm glad you can make sense of it, 'cause it saves me having to try and find the word because I can't remember what the word is. But yeah, um, not that I'm aware of. Right, okay, well, keep an eye out for it then, because I do feel that there's a little bit of envy and a little bit of jealousy surrounding you. It might not be obvious. I don't think there's any malice in it. There's no hatred or malice in it, but I just feel like somebody's kind of, well, why can't that be me? I wish I had that. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. So maybe that's something you need to keep an eye on. But you need to find that inner you. You need to find your inner strength and just know that you're stronger than what you think you are. So if anything comes up, if it hasn't come up already, don't be afraid to tackle it head on, all right, my darling, because I do feel that you have a little bit of a verbal battle coming up. Not necessarily an argument, but I do feel that you're going to have to fight for something, either something that you want or fight an injustice or something of that nature. All right, my darling. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Um, Let me know if something comes up. Um, just seeing the lovely golden yellow painted wall behind you and a nice wood door. Yeah, the wood door needs a bit of a clean. And this colour behind me, it's called Lion's Mane. It's actually a orangey, browny, yellowy. Yeah, it's same colour as a lion's mane, literally. I wanted some colour in my room. It does go nice with the woodwork. Okay, let's see who's next. I do Sophie, didn't I? Sophie. Joanne, let me know if you're still here, my lovely. Hi, Tyra. Oh, no, I know who I was going to go to first. Before Sophie, it was somebody on YouTube. Let me have a look. Was it Melly? There's Melly. Majestic. I'll come back to you in a minute, Sophie, don't worry. Do Majestic, then I'll do Sophie. Does Spirit have anything for you, Tara? We'll find out in a minute. Oh. Okay, Majestic. Know your inner soul. You've got a lot of self-healing to do, my lovely. And I do feel this is to do with heart matters because you've got all the green in there that represent the heart chakra. And you've got that little soul light there shining bright in the middle. So I want to say you need to keep your light shining, my love. Do that self-healing. I do feel you've had a broken heart, whether that's through the loss of a relationship or grief. I do feel it's a little bit of both because you've got the pink at the top there. And that for me, that light there, that's the love and light of spirit. And it's slightly hinted with pink, and that's unconditional love. So I do feel there is somebody in spirit that you are missing deeply at the moment. And I do feel that there's also a relationship loss that you're grieving for as well, that needs a lot of healing, lots of grief and heartbreak. Yeah, I can feel that. But I also feel that with respect to the heartbreak, you've been asking whether or not it's worth fighting for and whether or not it's worth going back to. Now you've got the little blues in the bottom there. And again, that for me is mental clarity because it's a light blue. So I do feel that you're thinking with your head at the moment rather than your heart. And I do feel that communication is needed. Now, what I want to say to you is um, go with what you feel is right. Again, I feel this is about trust. I feel trust has been broken. And I feel, again, like with the other lady, that your faith has been diminished slightly because of what's happened in terms of this relationship breakup. Um, but I also spot a little bit of green within this blue. So as well as thinking with your head, you need to go with what your heart is telling you as well. No one can make that decision for you as to whether or not you go back. It's going to take communication with the other person, and judging on whether or not that communication happens and whether or not it's successful will depend on what you decide. But nobody can make that choice for you, my darling. Okay, it's got to be your decision. But all this talking and all this healing has to be done first. You have the inner strength to get through this if you choose not to pursue it, or if you choose that you decide that you need to move on from that. You are more than capable of moving on from that. And whatever you decide, it will be for the benefit of yourself, but it has to be your decision, okay? Don't go back just because, okay? If going back will make you happy, that's fine, but don't rely on that other person for your own happiness. There's only one person that you can rely on for your happiness, and that is yourself, my darling. Okay, you don't need anybody else to make you happy or content in life. Once you're happy and content in life with yourself and your own company, then you can be happy with somebody else. But until you do that, you can't be happy with anybody else, because if you're not happy with yourself, how do you expect somebody else to try and make you happy? I'm broken and don't want to make the wrong decision, and they come to me when I was at my worst. Yeah, but as long as the decision, I keep telling myself also, you said it as I was thinking it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I honestly mean that from the bottom of my heart. You cannot, unless you're happy with yourself and your own company, and you don't rely on anybody else for your own happiness, then and only then can you be happy with somebody else. That being said, you said that you don't want to make the wrong decision. As long as the decision is right for you, no matter how it turns out, it can't be the wrong decision, if that makes sense. Even if you decide that it's worth fighting for and it's worth going back and it doesn't work out, it was still the right decision for you at that moment in time, okay? Again, going back to the last comments of a few readings back, what I was going to say now. Yeah, going back to the last readings, a few readings back, um, as long as you follow what's right for you, it can't be a wrong decision, because we can take lessons from negative situations. So even if it doesn't work out, there was a reason why you went back, if that makes sense. And the reason for that was because there was a lesson to be learned, or there was a positive that you needed to take from the negative, okay? But again, it's got to be your decision, my darling. So as long as you get the clarification, have the communication, follow your heart, think with your head, go with your gut, okay? And it won't be the wrong decision, because whatever lessons you take from that will be lessons that you need to learn. All right, my lovely, I hope that helps. But see the light within you. You have the strength, you have the light. If, we all get hurt in life, we all have relationship breakups, we all suffer for the ones we love. It's whether or not it's worth suffering for. Remember that quote. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Sophie, you're next. I don't think Joanne's here, is she? Oh, it's fine, Christine. I can give you a reading, my lovely. It's nice to have you. It's nice to have you all here. Thank you for your love and support. It's very, very much appreciated. And thank you to Veronica as well for all the hard work she does. It takes a lot of time and energy to run this page. And she does work hard, bless her, as well as doing all the other things that she has to do. But it's nice that we've got this forum here so we can help you all with the messages. Okay, Sophie. Oh, wow. You've had a lot of backlash, Sophie. I keep telling myself that. Oh, I've read that one. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, there's two Jennifers. I've read for Jennifer Field. I haven't read for you yet, Jennifer Parker. So yeah. Okay, so Sophie, you've had a lot of backlash, and I want to bring in Archangel Michael for you. There he is in all his glory. Now I know he's the wrong colour for Archangel Michael, but I do feel this is Archangel Michael, and he is the warrior of the angels. He's the fighter of the angels. So whenever you need defending or whenever you need saving from war, he is the Archangel you need to call on for help. Okay, so I want to say bring in Archangel Michael, ask him to give you that strength to fight and stand firm for who you are. Don't let anybody put you down. I do feel this has been quite upsetting because it's all greens, but you've got the yellow of Archangel Michael giving you the upliftment and telling you and reminding you that you are a shining light full of wisdom, full of love, full of advice, and people can learn a lot from you, my darling. Okay, so I want to say, if you're not already working with the angels, again, you should be. You connect strongly with Archangel Michael. This is why he's come through. So he's there, he's walking beside you already, my darling. Okay, and he's giving you that love and protection, and he's giving you that defense. So hold that sword high, hold that head high, and don't let anybody make you ashamed of who you are, what you do, or what you believe in. Okay, my darling. And he's been so strong and fierce. And I'm seeing a crown above his head. Now, I don't normally see him with a crown. I don't know if he does wear a crown, but I'm seeing a crown above his head. And I want to say to you, this is your crown. It's almost like he's calling you the queen of strength, the queen of knowledge, and the queen of resilience, I want to say. I'm also seeing two faces in the angel wings. Now, I don't know if you can understand this gentleman, but I'm going to describe him because I do feel this is a gentleman in spirit, and he's got kind of a little bit of side hair at the front, very thin hair at the front, but it almost looks fuzzy, and I'm not sure if it's curly or if it's wavy, but it looks fuzzy on the picture. He's got a very small nose and very small lips, and as he smiles, his chin is like very pointy. Yes, you do work with the angels. Oh, that sounds like your dad. Oh, marvelous. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the faces there that I'm describing, just so you know I'm not making it up. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. It might just be for me to see, but you've definitely got your dad with you as well, my darling. And your dad comes in on Archangel Michael's wings. So I don't know if your dad believed in the spirit world and the angels, but he's definitely surrounded by Archangel Michael and the angels as well. So I hope that brings you a lot of comfort as well. Now, I get a sense. Why? Would you understand connections with Dad with the YMCA? Or would you understand the initials YMY? Because I'm seeing this between Dad's image here. I'm seeing YMY, and the only thing I can put to that is the YMCA. So let me know if that makes sense as well. I don't know if he was a volunteer or if he helped younger people or if he was some sort of if he did some work with younger people in terms of counselling or trying to get housing or that kind of thing. But I do feel he was an advocate for the underdog almost. I also get a sore throat with Dad as well. So you would understand Dad having, I'm not saying this is what took him over, but he would have suffered a lot with throat infections. Yes, I can see them when I died in the sun. Archangel Michael, my guardian. Oh, bless your heart. I see. So he's wrapping his wings around you. But yeah, let me know if that makes sense as well. Dad's also come through. I don't know if you'll understand this as well, but I'm going to give it because that's what I'm getting. Dad's also coming through with Stitch, as in Lilo and Stitch, the blue teddy bear. I have a past involvement with YMCA and I'm a counsellor and youth worker. And yes, he had lung cancer. Thank you for that confirmation. Sorry, I thought it was Dad that was involved with the YMCA, but thank you for that confirmation. But it's bringing all that through. And like I say, I'm also getting Stitch, the blue teddy Stitch. So I don't know if you have one or if you have a love of the film Lilo and Stitch, but that's what he's bringing through. And he's given me that that motto, what is it? Family never gets left behind. And that's what he's bringing through to me. And I keep wanting to say Hakuna Matata, but I know that's Lion King. It's not Hakuna Matata, is it? It's I've forgotten. You'll know what it is. Dad wasn't allowed to raise me, but I now know who did his best to advocate for me. That'll be where I'm getting the fighting from and fighting for the underdog and the sense of injustice. Ohana, thank you, Tyra. Yeah, Ohana. Family never gets left behind. So he's given me that, and he's given me the Hakuna Matata as well from the Lion King, which of course means no worries if you don't know. I know the Tatty Bear, is that the same? No, the Tatty Bear's the grey one, and it looks nothing like Lilo and Stitch. Stitch is a little alien with the big ears. You'll have to Google it. Google it. Google Stitch. I'm seeing the blue Stitch with the purple inner ears. But yeah, I think you just bring that through as a sense of childhood memories, maybe, and the fact that he's always around, and he's always with you, and he's still advocating with you. So I have a feeling that because he's come through on Archangel Michael's wings, I mean, you've already said that you saw them together when you had your RTC, but I have a feeling they're working together to try and sort things out for you and to try and bring you better energies and better fight. But they won't stand firm for who you are, okay? They want you to stand up for yourself a bit more and not take the crap, basically, from other people. Stop. There was a saying that I heard on telly today that he's just brought to my mind. Don't drink other people's poison. Okay, no matter what people say, let it go. Let all the poisonous tongues and the poisonous liquid go. You don't have to soak it up. All right, because the more you soak it up, you're just going to poison yourself and dim that light. And they don't want you, look, they want you to shine your light. They're making the light rain down on you. Okay. All right, my darling. I look online. I've heard of Lilo and Stitches. He's very much around and I love chatting with him. Yeah, well, he's still there, but they want you to stand up for yourself a bit more. Don't take no SHIT off anyone. All right, I hope that helps, my darling. Who's next? Who's... Let me have a look. Jennifer Parker. Hi, Christine Davis. Hello, my lovely. Hope you're well. I didn't see you sneak in there. Oh, it's cold. Let me have a look. Who's... I said it, Jennifer Parker, didn't I? Jennifer Parker. Hello, my darling. Jennifer Parker, please. Jennifer, would you understand the need for peace and quiet right now? Because I just feel like I need to sit in the silence and just be. I want to turn my phone off. I want to shut the curtains. I want to lock the door, and I just want peace. And I'm sat in the silence, and I've got my eyes closed, and I'm just listening to the sounds of the universe. Would you understand that? Yeah? Thank you for that confirmation. You're welcome, Sophie. Like I say, don't go drinking the poison from other people's cups. All right, it says more about them than it does about you. Okay, Jennifer. Oh, there we go. Excuse me 1 second. Hello? Hello? You just hate it when that happens. Right, your card is you are in the right place at the right time. You are exactly where you need to be, my darling. And sitting in the silence and having that peace is exactly what you need to be doing right now. But I also want to say you need to let other people how you're feeling and speak your truth as well. You've got to release the essence of your truth. And what I mean by that is don't suffer in silence. And I feel like the fact that you're needing to sit in the silence and get that peace is you suffering in silence because you've got everybody coming at you with this problem and that problem. And can you help me with this? Can you do that? Can you help me with the other? You need to, I feel overloaded. And I just want to say to the world, you know what? Just leave me alone. Give me a couple of days peace. Deal with your own rubbish. Because I am not your verbal punching bag. I am not your counselor. I am not this. I am not that. You need to just deal with your own stuff for a while because I've got my own to deal with. All right. And I really need to reset boundaries for yourself. I need grounding. And I want a big glug of wine. I'm seeing one of them big wine glasses, and I feel like people are literally driving you to drink at the moment, which isn't always a good thing. You understand that, yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to reset your boundaries, my darling, with people, and tell people that you know what, if that's all they've got to complain about in the bigger scheme of things, then you feel sorry for them because there's a lot more going on in the world than what they're complaining about at the moment. Again, you've got the rainbow colours in this card. You've got reds, you've got pinks, you've got blues, you've got purples. You've got gold, so you've got an abundance of positive energy coming in and surrounding you once you take that break and reaffirm your boundaries. Again, the gold is grounding. It's about spiritual protection and protecting your energies so people don't drain you. Okay. And I want to say it starts from the inside out as well. Again, you're another person that needs to kind of do what makes their soul happy, even if it's just sitting, reading, in the bath, singing with the headphones on, whatever the case may be. Just do something that switches your mind off from the present and takes you into another place for a little while and allows you to switch off. That's what you need to do. You need to switch off. Reset your boundaries and switch off. All right. Short but sweet. But that's the important message for you today, my darling. Okay. And I forgot to say, Sophie, I'll leave your dad's love with you as well. I'm so sorry to your dad as well. I went off on a tangent then, didn't I? But yeah, I'll leave your dad's love with you, Sophie. You know he loves you anyway. Now he's telling me I need to focus. Cheeky. You're welcome, my darling. Okay, who's next? I think Tyra. Let's have a look for you, my darling. Oh, and I can get your name up. There we go. Tyra. Let's have a card for Tyra, please. Oh, there we go. Straight away. Oh, dear. Okay. Tyra, my darling, you need to let the past go. At least try and see it from a different perspective. Now, if I turn it that way, it looks like a bee or a butterfly. Cool card. But he's flying on his side. So again, I want to say that you've been living in a little bit of a dark spot and a little bit of a cocoon for a while. Oh my days, and now my mouse is having it. Hang on. There. No, what are you doing? Right, we'll try that again. Sorry, my computer mouse decided it was going to have a fit. So, sorry about that. So you've been living in a little bit of a cocoon for a bit and trying to make sense of your past. Now, I'm not going to go into details because we're on a public forum and it's your business. But I do know there's been a lot of troubles from your past that you're holding on to. I do feel there's a little bit of trauma there, and that's as deep as I'm going to go. I do feel it's mental trauma, and I do feel there's a little bit of PTSD going on. But again, I'm not going to go any deeper than that because it's a public forum and it's your business. But what I want to say to you, my darling, is you need to keep shining your light. You are surrounded by the love, and it's the love of spirit, and whatever's happened has taught you and given you an old soul and wisdom that most people your age would not understand. You've had a lot of wisdom from a really early age. Separation. Yeah. But it's taught you a lot and it's given you a better I want to say there's some forgiveness needed, and I also want to say that rather than you start with forgiveness is by understanding why things happened the way they did and how things happened. even though you might not agree with it, and it was horrible and it's very traumatic, and it maybe could have been done or handled a different way, part of understanding why helps the forgiveness, because you can say, like, I know with myself, I revert back to well, you know what, it was a different era, things were done differently then, people didn't know any better, blah blah blah. And that is my way of understanding, well, if it happened today, would it have been the same? Probably not. But we can't change the past. All we can do is learn from it, forgive it, and try and understand why things went the way they did, and understand that if it happened now, it wouldn't have probably happened the way that it did, and it would have played out very differently, maybe. Um, Let me know if that makes sense. But you are surrounded by the love and light of spirit, my darling, okay? So take comfort in that. Learn to forgive. You don't even have to physically tell the person that you forgive. You just need to forgive for yourself. Yeah, forgive for yourself, and forgive yourself as well, because I do feel there's a little bit of guilt with yourself, maybe that you should have done this, or you should have done that, or if you'd have done things differently. Again, yes, you can look at it like that. For your own sense of understanding, but you've also got to forgive yourself in the sense that, you didn't know. In hindsight, we might be psychic, but we're not mind readers. And you can't predict, and you don't always know what's coming. And we don't always know what's coming, because if we did, then we wouldn't have a life to live, would we? That's the way I see it. There'd be no lessons to learn. So again, it's going back, and it seems to be the message for the group today, that no matter what happens in life, from the past, the present, or the future, there's always a lesson to learn, a positive and a negative, yin and yang, everything in balance, everything in balance. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I'm going to leave it there, people, because I've been on an hour and a half, and I'm getting tired now, and I've just been called to time by my guides. So I hope you all have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being here. Thank you so much for joining me in your support, and for supporting Veronica's page. Before I go, there is, let me just get the message up. Sorry, give me, no. Let me, oh. Right. So, FindMeAMedium's fundraiser for shelter. So this is on Veronica's FindMeAMedium's page. If you haven't already seen the post, it's the time of year when Veronica's starting her online spiritualist Christmas Day organisation. So for those who haven't joined in before, it's a day of Zoom services and demonstrations, live readings, healing, meditation, chats, etc. You can drop in and out during the day, or spend your Christmas day with us. If you would like to help out, either by leading one of the sessions or by providing admin support, please comment on the post with what you would like to help with and times you could help, and Veronica will put a program together. And she says, many thanks for supporting our wonderful online spiritualist community. blessings from Veronica. This year she's also set up a Just Giving page for shelter. Events are free to take part in, but if you would like to give a Christmas present in return for the work of the volunteers of this event, please donate through the post, which is FindMeAMedium's fundraise for shelter. It's there, look. Okay, so if you can help out on Christmas Day with either readings or admin support, or you can help out with the shelter, check the posts on the page, or DM Veronica directly. All right. So yeah, I just thought I'd give that a mention before I go. So have a beautiful day. Enjoy the sunny weather if it's sunny. Stay in from the cold and wet if it's raining. And I will see you again soon. We have on this afternoon, who do we have? Let's have a look. We have Christine at 4 p.m. with her flower readings, and we have Sarah at 7 p.m. with her mediumship. So hopefully I'll see you all then. Stay safe. Have a brilliant day. Lots of love.